In the next few minutes, I'll show you why your to-do list is quietly killing your results. Most people confuse planning with strategy, and it's costing them years. Ready to flip the game and actually win? That feeling? It's the planning trap. We think it's strategy, but it's just a to-do list with a fancy title. Today, using Roger Martin's HBR framework, we'll fix it and build a strategy that actually wins. A plan is a list of things you control. You control when you wake up. You control how much money you spend on a course. You control your schedule. A strategy is an integrated set of choices that positions you to win on a field you don't control. Strategy is about the customer or the outcome. You don't control if a client hires you. You don't control if a girl or guy goes on a date with you. You don't control if the YouTube algorithm picks up your video. Because you don't control it, it's scary. So, you hide in planning because planning feels safe. Let's look at a real-world example. Getting fit. Most people start with a plan. Buy shoes, join an expensive gym, grab protein powder. Those are costs that feel like progress, but they aren't. You're just playing to play. Quick ask. Please like, subscribe, and support the channel so we can help more founders. Then we'll work on how to win. Now, look at a strategy for fitness. You have to ask where to play and how to win. Maybe you're a busy parent. Your playing field isn't the bodybuilding stage, it's your 20-minute lunch break. Your how to win isn't lifting heavy, it's high-intensity calorie burning because you have limited time. The strategy. I will only do 20-minute HIIT sessions at home, where to play, because my competitive advantage is my consistency in small windows. Rather than a 2-hour gym session, I'll quit in a week. How to win. Imagine you want to start a YouTube channel. The plan. I'm going to buy a Sony a7 III, get a Shure SM7B mic, and post 3 times a week. That is not a strategy. That's a shopping list. If you do that, you are just playing to play with thousands of other people doing the exact same thing. A strategy requires a choice that makes you nervous. For example, I'm going to make videos only about the engineering behind Lego sets, tells where to play. For how to win, I will use 3D animations to show the internal gears, which no other Lego YouTuber does, which is the competitive advantage. Notice the difference. The plan is about your effort. The strategy is about why a viewer, someone you don't control, would choose you over someone else. Don't say, I want to be successful. Say, I want to be the go-to person for X in city niche. This is the most important part. Strategy is about exclusion. If you say, I'm for everyone, you are for no one. You must pick a narrow slice of the world where you can actually be the best. Why will they pick you? Are you cheaper? Are you faster? Are you more premium? If you can't answer why you're better than the current king of that field, you don't have a strategy. Now you go back to planning. If your strategy is 3D Lego animations, your plan is learn Blender. Now, the plan has a purpose. Roger Martin says that strategy involves angst. If you feel 100% confident in your plan, it's because your plan doesn't require anyone else to say yes to you. It's just you in a room checking boxes. True strategy is a theory, it's a bet. You're betting that if you provide this specific value on this specific field, the world will respond. It might not work. That's why it's strategy. Stop looking at your to-do list for a moment. Ask yourself, if I do everything on this list perfectly, does it actually guarantee I win? Or am I just busy? Go find your where to play. Go find your how to win. Leave a comment below telling me one thing you're going to stop doing so you can focus on your winning strategy. Real-world examples. For the gym, planning, buying shoes versus strategy, choosing a specific workout style that fits a specific lifestyle. For YouTube, planning, buying a camera versus strategy, finding a niche like Lego engineering where you can dominate. For the to-do list, planning, checking boxes, versus strategy, making choices that force a result from the outside world. Most founders don't fail because they lack a good product. They fail because they are addicted to the planning trap. They spend 6 months perfecting a pitch deck, hiring a team, and renting a sleek office. They feel like they're winning because they're busy. But on launch day, silence. Why? Because they spent all their time on things they control and zero time on a theory of how to win. Today, we are going to move you from playing to play to playing to win. A real business example is General Motors versus Toyota, 1970s. GM had massive plans, budgets, schedules, and thousands of workers. They controlled their internal operations perfectly, but they didn't have a strategy for a world where customers wanted fuel efficiency. They planned their way into a crisis, while Toyota strategized a way to win the small car market. Define the difference. A plan is a list of internal activities, like hiring, coding, spending. A strategy is a bet on an external outcome, like a customer choosing you over a competitor. Planning is comfortable, strategy is scary. A real business example is Quibi. The streaming service had $1.75 billion and a plan to hire Spielberg and produce high-end content. They controlled the production, but they didn't have a strategy for where people would watch, the where to play. They assumed people wanted 10-minute prestige TV on the go. They were wrong. They planned perfectly and lost everything. For the fitness pivot, most people buy the shoes and the gym membership, the plan. They feel like an athlete because they spent money. But an entrepreneur knows that buying equipment isn't a strategy. In order to win, you must decide your competitive advantage. If you have zero time, your strategy is minimum effective dose. You win by being the person who never misses a 15-minute home workout, not the person who fails at a 2-hour gym plan. A real business example is Southwest Airlines. In the 70s, every airline planned to be like United, hubs, meals, and multiple aircraft types. Southwest made a strategy. They chose not to fly everywhere. They chose not to serve meals. By narrowing their where to play to short-haul flights and how to win to ultra-low costs, they became the most profitable airline in history. For the creator strategy, buying a $3,000 camera is a plan. Choosing to only review mechanical keyboards for software engineers is a strategy. The strategic choice. Strategy is about exclusion. If your content is for everyone, your strategy is zero. You win when you offer something so specific that the competition looks irrelevant. A real business example is Apple, post-1997. When Steve Jobs returned, he slashed 70% of Apple's products. He narrowed the where to play. He didn't want to win the general computer market. He wanted to win the premium experience market. What is your winning aspiration? For example, don't just sell coffee. Be the fastest morning ritual for commuters. Where will you play? Which demographic, geography, or specific problem? How will you win? Are you cheaper, faster, or more premium? What capabilities do you need? If you win on speed, your plan must be automated logistics. If you win on luxury, your plan must be world-class design. Now tell us one thing you'll stop doing to focus on your winning strategy. A real business example is Netflix. Moving from DVDs to streaming was a massive bet. It caused angst. They couldn't prove it would work before they did it. If they had stayed in the plan of optimizing DVD shipping, they'd be blockbuster right now. For the angst of strategy. If your business plan makes you feel 100% safe, you're in trouble. It means you aren't making a choice that might fail. True strategy requires the courage to say, we are going to do this, and specifically not do that. Stop looking at your calendar for a second. Look at your market. If you execute your to-do list perfectly today, will you actually be closer to winning or just more tired? Go find your where to play. Narrow your focus until it hurts. Then, leave a comment below. What is one thing you are going to stop doing today to make room for your winning strategy? If you're serious about moving from a planner to a strategist, make the strategic choice to subscribe and join a community of founders who play to win and drop alike if you're walking away with a clearer vision than you a few minutes ago. Have a wonderful day and stay tuned for the next deep dive.